Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are on the Citadel server in Westhill, picking up right where we left off, honestly. We're going to finish off the south green area here, just outside the church. And we're going to start with this tree, which is mostly where I want it. I think it looks pretty good. We're going to trim it a little bit and maybe change the shape to be a little bit more interesting. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. I like the position is pretty good. I think the height, as I mentioned before, I want to trim about 2 blocks off of it, so it's not as tall as the church visually from here. I mean, as you get closer, it gets taller, but I feel like for a good chunk of your walk down this south path, it's just very similar in height to the church. So I'd like to try and drop it down a little bit. Kel, Cosmic, Lurker, Dan, Meadow, good to see y'all. Hope you're having a good Wednesday? It is Wednesday, right? Yeah. Alright, so let's just do a quick shave on this. 2 blocks right off the top. And I did like what was happening there with the shape of it, so let's try and recreate that. We had like a kind of an interesting shape here. It's about the middle. You have no idea what day of the week it is? Yeah, I can be like that too sometimes. I can usually catch up if it's like related to like a workout or something, because I usually know what day I'm training. So that's usually my advantage. Trying to smooth this out a little bit in places. That's pretty good. Let's see if that made a difference. Oh yeah, so right now all of a sudden it's not competing with the church anymore, which is nice. So this is just going to be a lot of flying by the seat of my pants. Nosy Parker, you're working out right now while watching the stream? Focus! Don't watch me. Jeez. I'm a bit of an old school stickler about working out. Like, my phone's on silent. I mean, I use my phone to track my weights and stuff, but I don't get distracted when I'm training. Neither should you. Finger wag. Stop it. Or at the very least, be careful. And don't annoy the other people. Nothing worse than being at the gym waiting to use a machine and somebody's on their phone. Just stand up. Get out of my way. Radcat, hello, hello. Welcome in. It's a tall tree. Yeah, it's more interesting. I think we can maybe either billow it out or pull it back in along the bottom here. That might have made it too square. Oh, you're at home in the garage. Okay, well that's different. That's different. I work out at a public gym, so that's when my brain went to like get out of my way or get off the machine. Sorry. Yeah, if you're working out at home, then but still don't hurt yourself then. Like be careful. I lift really heavy, so I tend to have to focus on what I'm doing. I like this little bit of exposed tree branch, so I'm trying not to cover that up. Matter of fact, maybe we can expose a little more. I wonder if I can actually put a proper slab here. That seems to be a good way to go. I wish I had a home gym. Would have been really nice during the pandemic. Which is still ongoing. I catch myself all the time talking about it in past tense. During lockdown, I guess, when things were very strict, it would have been nice to have a home gym. I mean, I worked out at home, but I'm in an apartment, so like it's very limited as to what I can do. I can still lift and train, but then any kind of like moving around athletically becomes a problem for being respectful of your neighbors and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't do any high intensity stuff. It was all just simple training. I feel like I keep on removing, but I need this to not be 3 bits in a row. Is that that's the trunk, I think. I wonder if I can switch that. Oh, that doesn't work. Maybe that will. That's better. So I've got my own texture pack. I sort of just tweaked a few things in vanilla that I didn't like. Inspired by Whip and Germsy Boy, or Fwip, depending on how. I keep on forgetting the best way to pronounce it. I think he uses the F. I think the intention was it to be originally silent, but I think people just mispronounce it so often online that he just kind of succumbed and said, fine. Alright, so I want to try to not get too bent out of shape on one particular angle. This is looking pretty good. I don't mind this. I wouldn't mind this being a little beefier. And then we need to round this out a little bit. Thanks. Yeah, I like the position of it too. Whoops. I don't know how we're going to make it feel more unique. So a lot of this is the same way that I would approach, you know, a path or a bush or whatever. I'm just looking for some shapes that I like, and if the flow of the shape is off, then I tend to want to tweak it. So like right now we've got this round thing here, but this extra bit back there kind of sticks out, right? So you can see how I'm kind of separating that shape from this shape, and the more separation is generally better. And then we can do stuff like this, like remove this and put the log, what is it, wood block? Wood block, yeah. Right, so that got chopped a little bit too much, maybe. It does get easier the more that you do, the more that you mess around with this stuff. I feel like it does get a little bit easier. I wonder if I don't think I want to connect these. Ah, so I think I made that a little bit too square. Maybe it's just this extra one at the bottom. I can't reach. Oh, that's not as good. All right, I'm getting there. I like the look of it from here. I think I might want to try and get a little bit more happening with this branch. Just so it feels like it has some supports or support structure. Gotta figure out how this branch attaches. Oops. Maybe there and like that. Sure. Yep, I think the only thing I need to do is just trim the top there a little bit. It's a little bit square. I find with trees, anything more than 2 in a row vertically looks a little strange. Unless you're doing like a stylized version of something. I really like what Scar's been doing around his kind of theme park area. Yeah, I think we're good. Oyo Ive, I hope that's something I'm pronouncing right. Thanks for the follow. Yeah. Feel a little bit more flowy. I find it strange, the position of this lamp is a little bit odd. I think I was talking about removing that. I find it a little bit distracting. Maybe we want to bring that down to just like a lamppost. And then as far as the trunk goes, which way does this thing lean? Let's say it's heavy on the east and the north, so maybe... Oh, we don't have any stairs. Oh, did I not bring any? Let's see. Oh, I put them back, obviously. Darker Scarlet, hello. It's a cute animated emote. Right. So with so much of the tree being heavy in one direction, I tend to spread the roots in the direction that the tree is growing. So maybe we'll try something like that. I think maybe stairs could be too much. We could try a full log, but I'm thinking that's also going to be too much. Yeah, so I think the solution there is going to be, we'll do slab there, and then we'll do stairs, but we'll bury them so that they're down a step. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I think we're going to do azalea leaves for the base. Yeah, I think maybe cover that up a bit. Nope, too much. Use some moss, carpet, and stuff to create some changes. The geometry a little bit. I need to get the server updated so we can start controlling vine growth, so I can put regular vines one at a time on builds like this, and actually have it be something that doesn't like continue to take over the entire build. So this feels very linear. That's better. Very rare do I put too tall grass in the middle of a field, but I feel like that might be good looking. Yeah, a lot of the times the moss carpet just provides a nice kind of shadow effect because of the way that Minecraft renders the edge of it, you know? And I like using it on bushes because it creates kind of like a height difference between 3 blocks that are all the same height. You can get kind of like a little bit of a change. I mean, we don't have bush slabs, but I mean, it gets close. But it helps in situations like this, right? And same thing there, right? We've got 3, 4 in a row, all the same height, but if you change 2 of them, then it becomes a little bit more dynamic. It also changes how transparent the bushes feel. Like I feel like these ones feel darker because they've got a thing on top of them. You can't see through it down through the top, right? So it feels a lot denser. So I really don't know what I'm going to be doing up here. I'm assuming I'm just going to have to put in like a bunch of grass things. And probably another bush, kind of like in this area here. Whoops. They always feel very strange by themselves. Yep, just a matter of trial and error until you get it right. Yeah, I was thinking the other day when I was walking to the gym about what to put in here, and I really can't think of anything specific. I thought like maybe an old monument or something, but like I don't want anything to take over the importance of the church and the path, you know? Like feel like we have enough going on that we don't need something distracting here. So really it's just going to be a lot of puttering around, which is, it's hard to, I guess, communicate sometimes as a streamer, like how to even go about something like this. I just kind of look for spots that could use a little pickup, you know? And then we can also use a little bit of moss just like in the ground as well. It's really subtle, but it does help sometimes. Could also drop some bushes into the ground too. Did that over here in places. Only when it makes sense though. And here is the situation where I think it actually does. We've got a little bit of flowering azalea happening over here. I'm wondering if there's going to be a way that I can bring more flowers into here without having it look too... I don't want it to look like a garden, you know? Which is tricky. Try not to hide details that I like. And you can see how I kind of keep things flowing as best I can. I really wish my shears would just stay on my hotbar. Do 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 do. It's funny if you think about a 1 meter cube of bush isn't exactly small, but in Minecraft it looks like a tiny forlorn place. Yeah, like you just, this would be, you know, that's a big bush. Like that's half as, I mean, what's, I don't think I'm quite 2 meters tall. I'm like 1.8 something, 8'2". So this would be more than up to my waist, or up to my waist, I guess. No, it would, I'm more than up to my waist, I think. It's weird because if you think about it, like when you look at yourself here, oh, wrong button. Like it's past my waist because the Minecraft pants are hitched up like a grandpa, and the bush is like more than half as tall as I am. But when you're in this perspective, it doesn't feel that tall. Oh, we're gonna need more moss and more azalea. This is just a big area. So for me, filling this in, like it's not super exciting, you know, as a creator. It's just like, ah. And then I get so picky about it that I'm just like, I can't just spam because then I'll get really dissatisfied with it. I don't want to dislike it. Just trying to think about what other plants we could put in here. Because I don't want a tree. The berry bushes are a very odd color, unfortunately. They're a very strange color. I guess I could start to pepper some of these ferns in here too. I'm trying to connect things up a little bit. Try to get like a little bit of a connection going between the moss and the azalea here. I didn't really dither the moss out very well on this side. It feels a little uniform through here. I don't exactly know what we can do. Pods are going to be the wrong color. Water source wouldn't make sense. There's rivers on both sides, so the trees are going to get lots of water. Any spaces in Westhill like this I can take inspiration from? That's a really good question. The only thing I can think of which doesn't quite work is there's a thicket over in the west side. Most of the stuff is riverbank, so riverbanks are a little bit easier because you tend to like power coat them in foliage. You just cover everything, right? So I've got a vine and kind of like thorn bush coming down there. More riverbank stuff. There's a thicket over by the wall here. Oops. That's just bushes and trees. Yeah, this is the closest I can think of. And even then, I didn't really finish this very well. And there's really not many grassy areas inside here. Like, the only thing I can think of are, it's not finished, right? Like, so we had the idea of putting like a swampy area out here, which is not done. This is just, you know, bare. Haven't finished that yet either. This is going to be a graveyard here, and then this is more riverbank stuff because of the pond. Right? So it's mostly just embankment. I guess this is the closest, but see, it's got the advantage of having a slope to it. And anything flat, I've not done anything with yet. I think flowers are going to be too bright. We'll try it. I mean, they're not bad. I could maybe go with something more subtle than a yellow flower. Maybe go with like a white. What are they? The Azure Bluets, I guess. Can't remember the name of them. Not bad. It provides a little bit more interest. Definitely. Especially when you can hide them kind of like behind the grass and stuff. It's not so bad. I also need to change some of this be a little bit more in line with what's going on. The more I walk by, the more I notice this. Do I want that to be cobblestone, maybe? Instead of a regular stair? Mossy cobble? Yeah, that helps spice it up a bit. And maybe this one will make regular mossy stairs. Yeah. Feels a little bit more part of the environment in that way. Azalea saplings is another good idea. I think they're here. Might work in like combination with a bush. See, the thing is they feel so groomed, right? They feel like something that would be out in front of a house, not necessarily like right in the middle of like a wild meadow. I'm gonna go get my flowers. See if those switched out as white look better. I think I have all the things I need in there. We're good. How's this looking from far, far away? Not bad. Got a lot of grass there. I feel like we need more of a bush here. Can try a sapling in here. I don't know. See, I even feel like going vertical is a little distracting. Yeah, I feel like if you get too big, I think it's a little bit much. Oh, more grass. Mini blocks, perhaps as leaves. That's a good idea. Thanks, Meadow. And thanks, Cosmic. Sorry, I missed that. That's a good call. The only thing with those is that they're not transparent. I think they're solid, but we can still check them out. I wanted to put down this first, though. I think that's a little bit better. And if we think about it in terms of like patches of flowers, you know, that could be doable. For example, break up all this grass. We could end up with like something like that, maybe. Rabelais. Yeah, that helps. I definitely like them better behind things. Like it's really distracting when you can see it very, very clearly. So I kind of want to do more of a prune. We can also, we have that cool flower data pack that provides either like 2 different kinds of flowers. Let's see if I can get 2 to happen at the same time here. Yeah, so depending on what block you put it on, you get the small one or the big one. And I find that helps with variety. But I think I like these better than the yellow dandelions, right? We could always try a daisy, but they're probably kind of tall. Yeah, see, that's too much for me. Subtle. It's subtle. I don't have any of the lilies, but the lilies wouldn't make a lot of sense in this particular place. The lilies I always think about as like swampy flowers, like wetland type stuff. All right, let's go grab those mini blocks to see if we can make something. I imagine I've got moss and I've got azalea. Yeah, I think the azure bleuet are the most flexible flower in Minecraft because it's got 2 colors, small blossoms, so they're less like overpowering. Azalea leaves. We could try to put a rock or something in there too. Flowering azalea, moss block. I don't think I'm going to need more than 8. So I don't have a lot, but I've got some. Yeah, I mean, sure. It might look better if it had a moss block underneath it in the ground. Yeah. Oh, do I have more grass? No, I do not. Yeah, the flower data pack is a great data pack. We quite like it. We quite like it. You're on the server. Look at all the grass for me. Just realized why I don't have like a shifting floor grass farm is because it wouldn't work. I was talking about that last time on stream, and you'd get seeds instead. So you need to do like a bone meal observer. What's the word I'm looking for? Dispenser setup, which is be easy enough to do. That would be a fun thing to do in like my sci-fi build area, would be to build all these farms that would be creating like false you know, engineering biome material, you know, for terraforming and stuff. That would be kind of fun. 2 stacks should be good. Oh, I guess that's going to hide it completely. I never thought about that. We could make it sideways. It just kind of looks like it stands out on its own. That's the only problem. I think it might be better off on the grid. Usually these things are better off grid, but this one might be better. Square. Yeah. I don't know about being placed on top of something. Might look a little bit funny. Again, because you can't see through it. Yeah, it feels kind of like it's floating there. What's interesting about these is that you could also try to put them on top of like walls and stuff. It's strange. It doesn't really work. I can't think of a place where it would, but like it's such a nice seamless connection. Inventory problems. Let's get rid of some of that. Oop, that is the wrong box. It does look much fuller. Thanks, Cosmic. Yeah, we're getting there. It's just, like I said, it's one of those things where like, it's hard to just, because there's no pattern, there's no mission. It's just like looking at an area and figuring out, oh, it looks empty. What do we want to put there? You know, like I think maybe a bush here, but is it too central? It's totally in line with these other bushes, right? I'm also looking at like half of these things look like creepers now. It is Creeper Woods, yep. We haven't even looked at that side. That's going to be a challenge too. We've got to do that side of the path. Sci-fi area that doubles as an industrial district. Interesting concept. Yeah, like that's what I thought would be kind of cool, is to have some sort of like sci-fi zone, but then have different like labs, and in each lab you could be farming something specific. And that way you can do it as inefficient as you want, because it's meant to be like a decorative piece. You know, that's looking pretty good. I don't think we have too much more left to do. Feels just like a little bit here. Maybe I'll just bump that up. It's hard because I've got 3 different views. There's the view from the path, there's the view from the road. And I don't want to hide this nice buttress, so we're going to try to move that over. Yeah, I like seeing that all the way. think that feels pretty full from here. Rabelais, thanks very much. Appreciate the kind words. So we're a little empty up here. It's in line with that. Maybe there. Oh, not close enough. These are also in the way. Let's see here. Plants, greenery. I guess we can put these in here. Where am I? Let's put this. Let's just move this down to the next tier so it's not in my way. I have everything? I think I have everything. It's inspiring and disheartening at the same time. You got to remember one important thing above all else is that it started off as weekends only in my spare time as a part-time streamer. And the last year, it's really come a long way because I've been able to work full-time on it. You know, so there's definitely a good excuse to put time in when it's your income. So I find it hard too, like when I look at the things that people do on Hermitcraft and I look at them and go, my gosh, like these things must take so many hours, but then that's all they do. Like, I mean, not only is content creation their job, the only thing they have is their YouTube channels, you know? And sometimes they've got multiple series, you know, but they're still very much just pushing on these YouTube channels. And I mean, like, they can allow themselves the time in, and I look at their builds and go, my gosh, you know, like, how can you even begin to do that? And the thing is, like, you got to remember that it's the time available to them is quite high. I mean, some, of course, you know, content creators that are in different situations than me, you've got to balance things like family and all that kind of stuff too. Maybe if I try to treat some of these ferns like bushes in places. Feels more populated on the map now too. I'm surprised this area doesn't feel more empty. If you're quite finished being annoyingly good at everything, then you should take a break. Well, thanks, Cosmic. I appreciate the heads up. I do hope that the needle lands more on inspiration over frustration. The other thing that the second thing that I meant to mention earlier too is that you got to remember I've also been a professional artist for 20 years. So that kind of experience and level of time in on design and creating visuals and thinking about composition and things helps a great deal as well in terms of speeding things up, getting what I want faster, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that feels pretty good. See, this is the thing. What I'm going for. This is starting to feel like those cool new biomes that you get when you play like a modded Minecraft that has like 12 new overworld biomes. It's starting to feel like that. Like Highlands biome or something in one of those mod packs that we like so much. So let's just check the view from the bridge to see if we're doing okay, because I think we're done this section. Yeah, I could maybe use a bush right in there. That's it, I think. Yep, and see how that helped just a little bit? Create some height differences. Well, on the plus side, it only took an hour. Wondering if we can sneak in a few more flowers before I go on my break. So when I'm looking at stuff like this, I'm thinking like, where is there missing some sort of thing to tie these together? And it's like back here, right? Like it's in between. So it's like maybe we sacrifice this. I would like that to be a small one, if possible. Yeah. They're sort of semi-hidden from most angles. As long as we can't see them too much from the bridge, I think we're good. More flowers. Who are you and what you've done with Joel? Cosmic wrote that down, I'm sure. There's a clip of that somewhere. Yep, maybe just one more in the back corner there, as long as it doesn't interfere with my view from here. It won't. Really want like a little one. Surprisingly, I usually want the big ones. There we go. All right, one last check. I think we can check this off. And then I just have to pop over. The other side of the road is going to be a lot quicker. It's going to be a lot easier, I think. Wednesday, 12th of April, 2023. Today, Joel said he wanted to add more flowers. Chat had to pick me up off the floor. Right, so right, that's a little bit too distracting, unfortunately. So I'd say the solution is going to be something like that. Hopefully that's not too much. All right. It was worth a shot for that last one. All right, cool. So if you are new, then I take a break once an hour. I usually encourage my viewers to do the same. When we come back, I will be moving on to this side, but that shouldn't take very long at all. It does give me a chance to run some ads, but hey, I'm AFK, so you're not missing anything. It's another way I get to support the channel. And you can grab a snack, refresh your drink, maybe even poke a friend and see if they want to come and hang out. Be right back. Such a tiny house to be camping in while I'm AFK. All right, so I think that we are done with this on the left-hand side. And now I just need to do a quick pass along this right-hand side, just with like stuff like this, where we can. It is still a bit of a biome bleed between the two, which is nice. So we can come in here and do a little bit of stuff. Doesn't start to look too out of place until it goes around the corner. It's pretty good. Too dark to work. Spicy Nooble. Thanks very much for the follow. And Toast. Thank you also for the follow. I don't think the bushes are going to work quite as well through here. We might be better off to create a wall with some mangrove bushes. Because they're going to change color based on the biome. So like slightly darker green. I'm just trying to keep the eye sort of focused on the path. That's too much. Whoops. Yeah, doesn't take much just to try and make this feel like you can't just get off the road and go straight into the woods, you know? Oh, here's where I should be using more ferns. Oh, it's a little bit bright right there. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's a very zen sort of, oh crap, except for when you do that, approach to just kind of like filling in spaces and making things feel fuller. I find too, putting grass at the base of trees helps a lot. of these. And I guess that's it, really. Yeah, I mean, that's it, really. There's not much more you can really do. Just trying to balance a little bit more of the moss in the ground. Yeah. Now, I wonder... I don't think there's anything else I can really think of that would go in there. In terms of softening up the edge of this, I mean, maybe we could sneak in some gravel along here just to kind of make it look like maybe parts of this has softened up a little bit. Break up the texture a little bit, specifically where there's moss. Yeah, that works. Actually, maybe we'll make that proper smooth stone. Cool. The most zen of zen. Did I add more spruce trees here at some point? I did during the stream. That one and this one. These two. But no, I didn't add anything else. And I think, I mean, they all look kind of fine. Like, I'm not really worried. I mean, I'll be here for days if I get into that. It was more about just wanting the path to feel like it has a nice solid edge. So the only thing left is just to dismantle that light and see if either moving it up closer helps. I just don't like that it lines up with the tree here. So we'll dump the inventory. I feel like this is pretty much where we want it. The only thing I could think of that we could maybe put in there would be some wood stuff. So like maybe buttons and maybe stones. Stone buttons. And even then, don't know really where they would go. And when you start to do more than one, it just gets really repetitive. maybe the thing to do is to go and grab some dark oak and do like a little bit of custom root work. That could be what could help fill things in just a little bit more. Rooster Mug, great username. Welcome in. Thanks for saying hi. Oh, the area feels dense and full of trees. Yeah, I think that's kind of how it was, I think. I'm thinking about like spots like this where I could just come in here with like a plank and go boink. And even that might be too much. Maybe the thing to do is actually going to be get rid of this and go down. Like just enough. Actually, maybe we'll do that here. Yeah. Hard to see at night. Now will I add flowers to the path? No. Why would I do something silly like that? I'm not sure how this stuff all reads on the other side of it. Me walking back and forth like a weirdo. I'm essentially just looking to see how things go, you know, like what the experience is walking down the path. Run away. Where did you come from? Yeah, I kind of like that tree. It's very square, but... Oh, he was in there. Okay. Nope, that does not make it better. That's better. No idea. Yeah, sort of helps. Honestly, some of these could probably be better off as the mangrove bushes. Oh, crap. So here's where they start to really take shape because they change color. And it really becomes a fun advantage of using them in the taiga biome. Once you really fully get into the taiga, they match the spruce leaves, but they really have a different look. Oh, don't line it up like that. All right. I'm calling that done. So we're going to dump the old inventory here and just go take down that light and see if there's anything more we can do there. I think the trick here is going to be take everything back if I've got room. Except for that. Lots of different wood we can put away. Keep those. Okay. So those and those. Lanterns, and that should be it. Shroom lights and villagers. I'm not sure if I hold them on the same plane in terms of the value that they add from a sound perspective, but it's an interesting idea. Darker Scarlet, thanks very much. Yeah, so the last thing that's bugging me is the position of this light, and unfortunately, from a lighting perspective, it's kind of providing enough light, although this is getting probably most of the way up here. So if we remove this, and then we want to fill that in as best we can. But what I'm thinking is that I'm probably going to go with one of these, just lower. And probably, I guess, like in this position. So that lights more down the path. Lights more across the path. Still takes care of all of this to where we need it to be. Yeah, I think I'm just going to change it into a mossy brick. I don't think it's going to be a full block. No, I think it's going to be a mossy brick wall. problem then becomes... oh yeah, so much better. I just don't know if I like how repetitive that is. It might be better off to have it farther down, but... I'm going to wait until nighttime. I wonder if this would look better without the second tier. Yeah, I think I like that better. It's less of a distraction. This still feels a little on the dark side, but the only other thing I can think of would be to move this. Back over to here. Yeah, see, that's too much, right? Between the two, I think it looks better in that position, so that's what we'll do. We could also cheat a little bit. Right here. Edit my game files so that the villagers make shroom noises? No. I thought it would be funny if I did a sci-fi area to reskin villagers as robots or something. Or aliens? I don't know. Just as something silly to do. I want those. Water. So it's extra dark and authentic with the pouring rain. Essentially, it's just a little. It's just visually too dark. We've got it spawn proof, but I'm finding this area really, really dim. So either here. Yeah, that's probably the best spot for it. So we just kind of take a look at that, and then usually it's 2. Yep. We'll try 3, but I'm pretty sure 2 is going to be the right answer. Yeah, 3, you kind of question where the light's coming from. So we'll do 2. It's just enough to kind of give the edge of the wall there a little bit of a highlight at night. It feels like it's coming from here, right? It's almost like we're pushing this to be a little bit brighter. Now down here, it is all kinds of dark. And that's going to have to be a necessary evil. Unless we want to add like a little light down there. Which is not a bad idea. Because then I think from other places it would look really cool. It's a little bit bright, so maybe we don't add it that close. I can't think of what else we'd want to do. Maybe hang something? My head's on a swivel after that creeper. I wish this didn't have to be 3 blocks. Like, it just feels so weirdly proportioned. I guess I could use some trapdoors. That might be a better way to do it. That would get the lantern up higher, too. Go get some of those. Get my bow and arrow while I'm back here, too. Where are you, spider? Where did you go? Oh, I forgot. Flaming bow doesn't flame in the rain. Right, let's see if we can do this quickly. Really worried about creepers. Somebody just turned into a drown somewhere. It's not bad. It's a weird color. Maybe it just needs to be 2 trapdoors. Oh, there you are. Oh, it's the little baby. Yeah, I think that's okay. I mean, I'm going to change the trapdoor so that it faces the right direction, but other than that, I think it's good. This is a situation where I really wish that we had control over the lanterns. Like, one of the things I want to try and work on in the modern city area is implementing the light block that was added to the game in creative and changing it to be like a light bulb, and then have it be something that you can change from various light levels. Yep, I think that's good. It's better than it being completely dark, I think. Did not even hear you come up. How did that guy get missed? What needs to be repaired? It's an ambush. Yeah, they probably called in some reinforcements after I killed the first couple. Man, he was carrying all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Imagine at night from over here, on the east road, it probably looks pretty cool too. So like if you're out here, being able to see like a lit highlight of that path probably is a nice way to indicate, hey, there's something over there worth checking out, you know? Cool. I do enjoy checking things off. The lantern's a little bit much, but like it's a necessary evil, I think, in Minecraft. One of the sacrifices you have to make. Excellent. The start of the Walking Dead, watch out. Yeah, it's very intense. Moss, grass. Don't need the hoe anymore. Oh, it's the wrong thing. Restock on the goodies. Cool. All right, I think we can take a look at the book somewhere safe. How about up here? Actually, let's look at our work in the background here. Not bad. Not bad. I can't believe it took 2 hours just to finish this, but not bad. I think we've done most of this, so it's really going to be like pages 8, 9, or 10. Keep, that's a completely separate thing. Ground and countryside. Curtain wall. Ah, here we go. South curtain wall, foot details, and debris. That is done. Westhill Rivers, that's not done. So we're back, I think, to Ground and countryside. East River and Wharf, Lowtown South Roads. Was this not even part of the checklist? It must have been. I guess I never had it. Lowtown South Roads? I guess that's probably what I meant. I was calling it something different on Twitch, but still, that's fine. It's too bad you can't delete a page. I feel like the Westhill Rivers, this is all part of like the surrounding countryside. change that. So West Road Bridge, that's the next thing we're going to be working on. Done. Some of this stuff has to go in here. Nice. Oh, Joel. Joel. Says Cosmic, you're not bad, quote unquote. Is some people's this is an absolute masterpiece. I wouldn't call it a masterpiece, but thank you. All right, let's put some of these back. Probably not going to be doing much foliage for a while, which I'm absolutely fine with at present time. We're probably going to need grass and dirt, though. We're going to need all the stones. Probably not the gravel. Iron box will bring utility. Put the book back. I think this is just empty. Yep. This has a bunch of junk in it. Oh, have room there. Room there. So little extra room. Got extra flowers over here. String I keep in my redstone box. And you know, I really don't care. Oh, what was that? What did I just... Was that a shulker box that I just fired in there? That sucks. Anybody clip that and tell me what it is? That was bad. That's what I get for going with a inventory full of shulker boxes. Andesite, stone, cobblestone, tough. I think it was stone bricks, maybe? Crap. I mean, at least it's very easily replaceable. Yep, that's what it was. It was stone bricks. Whoops. Coarse dirt we're going to need. Might need the landscaping bit. Yep. All right. Well, I've got a spare shulker box anyway. And I think the only thing that was in there was mossy bricks and chiseled. Cool. So, lesson learned. Don't be so cavalier when throwing stuff into your cactus dispenser. That's what's in there, by the way. It's an auto dropper into a cactus. So this is just the garbage chute. All right. So I'm going to pop out for my break a little bit early. Did you get what it was? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was stone bricks because I'm missing my stone brick box. Pretty sure it was a stone brick box. I mean, it wouldn't have been anything more than what's like in here. Like it was basically that. And that's fine. Not the end of the world. It was a stone brick shulker box. Awesome. At least I'm at a point in this game where it doesn't matter, right? At least I'm at a point where that's not a big deal. All right, I'm going to step away from that next break. When we come back, we are going to be working on laying out the basics for this bridge right here, crossing the West River. So it'll be some fun kind of like early layout stuff. But yeah, I'll be right back in about 5 or 6 minutes. So I just realized the time, and I was also thinking about the fact that I've only got about half an hour left to stream anyway. So it's probably going to be better to wait and start this bridge in its own stream tomorrow. And I think that will be a tidier VOD in the long run, and it'll be a tidier process, because then I can do a little bit more research on what we're going to do. But you can see the challenge here is going to be interesting, is because the two sides of the bridges are on different elevations. So it's going to be an arch, but I think it's going to be like a half arch maybe. I don't exactly know how this kind of a thing would be attempted. I don't think it would be. I guess it could be like a suspension bridge if we wanted it to be, but I think we're going to put a support roughly in the middle here, and then have this span be its own thing. And so we might have to move these farther up, but you'll understand sort of like up at the top here, there's this cool ridge that kind of heads off in the west. And I think the idea is that I want the road west to continue along here. And then I don't know what's going to happen. I guess it'll come down the slope here and head off kind of in that direction. That just seems like a cool place to run a road. But here's where it's going to run. It's going to run here along this ridge, which gives you a really cool view of this part of the town. And that means this is going to have to come down, and these may have to be moved. But you can sort of see like this is basically sort of where we're going. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. In the meantime, if you want to check out the latest episode of the Spawn Chunks, it's at thespawnchunks.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. I also have an episode of the Citadel Cafe that I'm going to be editing. That's one of the things I have to go do. That's going to be coming out soon. And in the meantime, we're going to pass you on to Exuma Void, who I believe is just starting their stream, streaming from the Hermitcraft server in Minecraft. So your Minecraft day will continue. I'm quite happy now that this is all finished, and I'm happy to be moving on to a structure and less landscaping. I think we've been doing landscaping for like a week, and I'm looking forward to moving on to other things. But I'm quite happy with the way that this looks. I think it has a nice vibe to it. And I'm hoping that the rest of the town, including the front, the north part, will also get the same sort of treatment with that marshy area we were talking about. So there's a few more things left to do outside, but mostly it's just that bridge and the keep in the distance there has to be revamped. And that's the big elephant in the room. But I'm hoping to start that by next week. So anyway, that's going to be it for me, folks. Make sure you follow on social media. You can check out Patreon if you want to support the stream in other ways beyond Twitch. Thanks to everybody that either subbed today, used bits, or otherwise just, spread the word and told friends about the stream. Much appreciated. We'll see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, 1 o'clock Atlantic, UTC minus 3 hours. See you then. Bye for now.